Hey guys, our main topic for our assignment is about dengue. The following names are our group members. Introduction. What is dengue? It's a mosquito-borne viral infection known as dengue fever, severe form dengue hemorrhagic fever with 4 serotypes Den 1 to Den 4, 2 main species Aedes aegypti, Aedes albopictus. Severe immunocompromised people are more prone to get dengue. So it's also known as break-bone fever, means that victims of dengue suffer from contortions due to intense pain in joints, muscle and also bones. What about dengue fever? It also refers to slaves in West Indies who contracted dengue suffer from posture and gait. Next, we go into epidemiology. Epidemiology means study upon people. The disease is now endemic, spread to more than 100 countries in WHO regions. They are your Southeast Asia, Africa, America, and Western Pacific High Commissioner. An estimated 50 million cases has caused 24,000 deaths. As in this graph, dengue fever and dengue hemorrhagic fever cases rise from 1990 and 1999 with 514,139 cases, from 1950 to 1959 with 908 cases. In 2017, the region of America reported that 50,172 cases indicated a reduction. In 2016, the STAR has been reported that Malaysia has been infected with dengue type 3 in 2014. It has become an epidemic disease where it spread to over most of the countries. The transmission is commonly through the bite of an Aedes mosquito. During pregnancy, if a mother contracts dengue, high possibility of the virus infecting the fetus as well. Another way is blood transfusion. If the blood is not properly purified, it can lead to transmission of dengue virus from the donor to the recipient. The pathogenesis starts with flavivirus enters body into the bloodstream. It attaches to a Cognizant receptor on an immune cell. The E protein at its envelope triggers the endocytosis. With the fusion of virus and monocytes, it will lead to release of RNA and cells is taken over for viral replication. As for the signs and symptoms, dengue can occur with or without warning signs which eventually will lead to severe dengue. For example, severe plasma leakage, severe hemorrhage, and also severe organ impairment. How do we know that a person is infected with dengue? First of all, the person may have lived or traveled in dengue endemic area, or having symptoms or signs like fever or rash, vomiting, and etc. So what are the warning signs and symptoms that a person may have will be abdominal pain or tenderness, persistent vomiting, clinical fluid accumulation, and many more. Next, let's talk about diagnosis. How are the diagnosis tests being developed? So for the first 4 to 5 days after illness, the virus can be detected. Thus, the virus isolation, nucleic acid or antigen detection can be used. After 5 days, the viruses and antigen will disappear and specific antibodies will present. Hence, serological tests should be performed. In primary dengue infection, it will infect on the people who have not previously been infected with a flavivirus or been immunized with flavivirus vaccine. Therefore, the IgM will increase a lot and the IgG will only present at a low level. Whereas in secondary dengue infection, it happens when a person has previously been infected with dengue virus or sometimes after non-dengue flavivirus vaccination or infection. Therefore, in this case, IgG will be detected in high level and IgM will be detected at a low level. Whether are the current diagnosis method good enough? Well, not really, because tests with high sensitivity and specificity require more complex technologies and technical expertise, which will give you more accurate results. Comparison between different diagnosis tests. First of all, IgM has good specificity and sensitivity, but however, dengue serotypes cannot be detected. IgG able to detect IgG antibodies over 10 months after infections and also identify the primary and secondary infections. Besides, nucleic acid detection by RT-PCR also can be done by using full or frozen body sample where dengue serotypes are able to be identified, and virus isolation need about 1 to 2 weeks to generate the results. For future diagnosis test development, we can use microsphere-based immunoassay, biosensor using mass spec, and microarray. Dengue rapid test consists of antigen detection rapid test based on detection of NSI and antibody detection rapid test to detect IgM or IgG antibodies.
created using Powtoon.